Hello everyone. In this video we are going to learn about the white matter of the cerebrum. The white matter of the cerebrum, it consists chiefly of the myelinated fibers which connect the various parts of the cortex to one another and also to the other parts of the CNS. These fibers, they are classified into three groups. One is the association fibers, second is the commissural fibers, and third is the projection fibers. Right? First we will take the association fibers. Now, association fibers are the fibers which connect the different cortical areas of the same hemisphere to one another. Okay, so the same sided cerebral hemisphere connected to one another, right? So, these are the association fibers, or also called as the arcuate fibers. Again, these fibers are subdivided into two types. One is the short association fibers that you can see here, right? Short association fibers. Now, this curvatures that you can see, they are representing the different gyri, right? So the adjacent gyri are connected to one another, right? This connecting fibers are called as the short association fibers, right? They connect the adjacent gyri to one another. Another is the long association fibers. These fibers, they connect more widely separated gyri to one another, right? So they might connect the frontal to the occipital gyri. So such widely separated gyri are connected to one another through the long association fibers. Now some examples of the long association fibers are, first is the uncinate fasciculus, connecting the temporal pole to the motor speech area and to the orbital cortex, right? You can see here the uncinate fasciculus is shown, right? It connects temporal pole to the motor speech area and to the orbital cortex. Second is the cingulum. Here you can see cingulum. It connects the cingulate gyrus to the parahippocampal gyrus seen on the medial surface. Third, the superior longitudinal fasciculus. Right, superior longitudinal fasciculus, connecting the frontal lobe to the occipital and temporal lobes. Next is the inferior longitudinal fasciculus, right? Here you can see the inferior longitudinal fasciculus is shown, connecting occipital and temporal lobe, right? Occipital and temporal lobes. And the last is the fronto-occipital fasciculus, that is seen on the medial surface, right? That is not present in this diagram. Okay, so these are the 5 examples of the long association fibers. Okay, so that is all about the association fibers. Next is the commissural fibers. Now this commissural fibers, these are the fibers which connect the corresponding parts of the two hemispheres, right? Means they will connect the right and the left cerebral hemispheres to one another, right? Such connecting fibers are called as commissural fibers. We will see in this diagram, you will be able to see. Now, this constitute the commissures of the cerebrum, and the first is the corpus callosum, right? Which are the commissural fibers? First is the corpus callosum, connecting the cerebral cortex of the two sides, right? You already know, you can see here the corpus callosum. We have seen another diagram also, and we are going to learn in detail about the corpus callosum, right? So that is the first example. Corpus callosum is the largest commissural fiber. The second is the anterior commissure, connecting the archipelae, that is the olfactory bulbs, piriform area, and the anterior parts of the temporal lobes of the two sides. Right, here you can see the anterior commissure fibers are shown. Right, here also you can see. Next is the posterior commissure, right, connecting the superior colliculi and also transmitting the corticotactile fibers and the fibers from the pretactile nucleus to the Edinger-Westphal nucleus of the opposite side, right? This is the posterior commissure that you can see here. Then next is the commissure of the fornix or the hippocampal commissure, connecting the crura of the fornix and thus hippocampal formations of the two sides. Right, here is the hippocampal commissure, and this is the columns of the fornix that you can see here. And the last is the habenular commissure, connecting the habenular nuclei. right? Here we have seen habenular nucleus, and the habenular commissure, we have already learned this with the epithalamus, if you remember, right? So that is about the habenular commissure, right? So this 5: corpus callosum, anterior commissure, posterior commissure, commissure of the fornix, that is the hippocampal commissure, and the habenular commissure. These all are the commissural fibers. Okay, now out of this we are going to learn in detail about the corpus callosum, that we'll learn in the next video. Bye.